So your fluffy or chunky twist or braids come out looking like this instead of like this. Chunky twist or fluffy braids are my area of expertise when it comes to protective styling, and there are styles that I have done back to back to back. I have mastered the technique that gives me these results, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down some of the things you need to be focused on if these are the results you want every single time that you make fluffy or chunky twist or braid. Now the style matters, the size can differ. It can be small, it can be micro, it can be medium size, and it can be big size. But every time that I want to do a chunky or fluffy style, it always comes out looking really full. And the reason why I make sure it comes out looking full is because the entire goal of the style is to show off my hair while keeping it protected. So when people look at the style and they see my hair in the style, my hair looks very, very full. It looks really, really healthy, and it also looks long as well. Now this is the style that I currently have on. I'm going to show you what the style looks like after 3 days. I washed my hair 4 days ago. This is what the style looks like, so I have to quickly turn. So you can see that the hair looks frizzy, and once it starts to get frizzy, I put it into a bun like this, and I put a scrunchie so that it just doesn't look very, very basic. This is the only disadvantage of big chunky styles. It frizzes fast and it looks a little rough, but personally I don't mind because I'm very comfortable with my hair however it looks. But I'm going to give you guys tips that are going to eliminate any of these fuzzy roots you see here. This picture is from my friend, and she sent me this picture and told me that her hairstyle did not come out the way that mine usually comes out. And immediately I looked at it, I saw that the problem was at the scalp. The first thing I told her is she did not do the parting correctly. So I have 5 pointers here. I'm going to quickly list them. The first is that it begins with your hair prep. The second is you must part the hair so that you see the scalp clearly. The third thing is that you have to start each section properly. The fourth thing is that you have to make sure that each section is properly detangled or combed out before you get into twisting or braiding. And the fifth but not last thing, it's optional. Dust the ends of your hair whenever you are done with your twist, especially if it is time for you to get a trim. So usually when you do smaller twists or smaller braids and you shake your hair like this, if it's time for you to get a trim, the hair is not going to shake freely and you're going to just see everything bunched and moving in each direction. But if you've already trimmed your hair and you shake your hair like this, the hair is going to move freely. If you pass your hands through the hair, it's not going to get hooked towards the end. So this is when you know it's time for a trim. Now let's get into breaking these things down. First, it begins with your hair prep. From washing your hair, you have to make sure that you condition your hair properly because you want to revive your hair, you want to hydrate your hair, you want to feed nutrients back into your hair, and you're also going to properly detangle in the process of washing your hair. So that is where it begins. You have to properly detangle. It's the detangling that matters because you don't want your hair all bunched up. When the hair is all bunched up, it doesn't matter how you twist or how you braid, you are going to see the evidence and it's going to look extra frizzy. So take your time during the conditioning process, properly detangle, properly deep condition, and when you are done with that and you want to moisturize, take time to apply the product to the hair. If you need to oil your scalp and oil your hair, take your time to do that as well. And if you are going to blow dry your hair, if you're going for the blow dried look of chunky twists or braids, then blow dry your hair, use a heat protectant. Also stretch your hair after you've done the blow dry. For me, when I want to blow dry the hair that I'm going to use for chunky twist or braids, after I'm done with the blow dry, I put my hair into rope twist to preserve that stretch so that the hair does not shrink back immediately. So how you prep your hair before you even get into styles, and this actually goes for any hairstyle, how you prep your hair before you start doing the hairstyle matters a lot. If you don't prep your hair properly, you risk damaging your hair, you risk causing excess breakage to the hair, you risk your hair drying out while you have the style in, and you just risk your hair becoming less healthy for the duration of time you have the style in. So please, you have to note the way that you prep your hair is very important. take extra time to do this. This is another reason why, if you've listened to my videos where I say I split my hair care days into two, the first is for washing and moisturizing and prepping the hair before the protective style. Then the second day is for making the protective style that I'm going to carry for the next 1 or 2 weeks. Now, the reason I split it is because it's all too much to be done in one day. My hair is very full. So when I split it, I know I've taken care of one side of activities and I can relax and prepare myself for the protective style. That's how to do it efficiently. So that's it for the first one. Please take your time to prep your hair properly. The second one is you must part the hair. Yes, you can freestyle the parting, but the reason why I always insist on clean parts is so that you can see the scalp well, and doing clean parts will allow you to separate the hair properly and also focus on doing each twist properly and beautifully. If you're just going to be freestyling your parts, meaning you just carve out the hair with your hands, the hair is going to be mixed up at the scalp and you're not going to be able to properly twist or braid the base, which is going to now come out looking very clean when you do it that way. So you have to take your time to part the hair. For me, when I part, to make it easier, I first divide my hair into 4. So we have 2 sections here and then we have 2 at the back. Then I now break it down, parting those individual sections into even smaller sections depending on the size that I'm going for. So if it is something like this is about 14 sections of twists that I have on my head. This one is very easy. I just start by parting ear to ear, then I part at the back, but I always part to keep my scalp clean and to also make it easier for me to oil the scalp when it is time to refresh the scalp in the middle of the week. Please take note of this. These tips are very helpful. The third thing you want to note is that how you start each section matters. And of course, for starting the section, it begins with you parting. Now, after you're done with your parts, how you start your parts or your section matters. When I start my twist, I begin with twist from the beginning because I know how to twist the hair from the beginning. But if you can't twist from the beginning, you can start with braids. The reason you're starting with braids is so that you can grab all of the hair from the base, that's your scalp, and you can properly gather everything into the section, braid it out before you finish the braid or you finish the twist. This is going to reduce the frizz at the root, and it's also going to reduce the way the hair clumps together when it is not properly done at that root. So you have to take your time to do the section. Remember, you have to part the section well, and after that, take your time to start the section properly before you finish it. The fourth thing is that you have to make sure that each section is properly detangled or combed out, especially if you are going for fluffy twists. The entire purpose of fluffy twist is to show off the volume of the hair. It's different if you're going for moisturized twist, that's juicy twist, or you're going for, what other type of twist do we have? Rope twists. Rope twists are the ones that are done to stretch the hair, and usually most people they go for chunky twist. They start off with chunky twist in mind, but no matter how they keep their hand to make the hair, it comes out looking like ropes. That means it comes out looking very flat and it doesn't have any body to it. But when you detangle the hair properly and then you go into twist, you'll be able to keep that hair stretched out and pass each portion of hair over the other, and the same goes for braids. So please take note of this. You want to make sure that the section is properly detangled. This is why I always say you can do your twist on stretched out hair. So whether you want to blow dry the hair first, or you want to braid or twist it first to keep it stretched, or you want to do African threading first to keep it stretched, if you want fluffy twist, you have to go for stretched and properly combed hair. And I have to add this to that. You're not going to add any water to this hair when you make it. For me, fluffy twists don't require water. Once you add water, the hair is going to shrink and it will look beautiful for the first few hours after you've done the hair, but the next day is going to shrink even more and it's not going to look so fluffy because water was added to it. Now, these other ones that you add water or mousse or liquid products is the one that we call juicy twist, because the difference is always clear when you make juicy twist and when you make fluffy twist. Fluffy twist show off more volume, but the juicy twist will make your hair more defined. The difference is always very, very clear. And from the fifth but not last one, you can dust the ends of the hair after you're done. Usually I do mine line by line. So remember I said I take time to part the hair. So if I'm going to be parting my hair like this and my hair needs a trim, after I'm done twisting all the sections on this line, I just hold everything out and then I dust off those ends, and when I'm done, it will be easy for me to pass my fingers through the hair without any struggle. So I'm going to recap those 5 things. The first one is that it begins with your hair prep. How you prep your hair matters, from washing to moisturizing after washing to blow drying or straightening after moisturizing. The second one is that you must part the hair and part it properly. Instead of just freestyling your sections, try to part And for your parting, you can keep one mirror in front of you and one behind so you can see your reflection either way, or you can get that three-way mirror from Amazon. I'm going to link it in my store so that you can find it. And then you have a mirror that looks like this, that one side is facing you and the two are on either side. The only reason I don't like that mirror is because there's nothing at the back, and most times you need to see the back of the hair. Another reason I don't like it is because it's quite small, so you feel enclosed. I like to walk freely. But then again, I'm a pro at this. If you're new to it, you will need mirrors. Take note of this. If you can't find mirrors or you can't get mirrors, let somebody else do it for you. And that's how you get started. And then the next one is how you start each section matters. Whether you're starting with twist or you're starting with a braid, you have to calm down and do it properly so that the hair looks beautiful by the time you're done. And the fourth one is make sure each section is properly detangled or combed out before you finish the twist or the braid. And when you are twisting or braiding, keep your hair stretched out and then pass the portions of hair one over the other to give that fluffy look. So it's the gaps that you leave while you pass the portions of hair over the other, and then when you're done with the twist, you leave the hair and it bounces and you get the fluff that makes it fluffy twist or fluffy braids. And last but not least, dust the hair or your ends when you're done for a perfect finished look. I hope you found this video helpful. I decided to break this down because when it comes to doing these hairstyles, it's very easy to be misguided, and no matter how many tutorials we post out there, most of the times we don't cover everything about the hairstyle, and not enough people see these videos to understand what they need to do before they get into doing it. I'm saying this because every single time I post a video, whether it's a tutorial or it's a hairstyle, there's always someone that comes in and says that they wish they saw that one before they went and did something that could have been better than what they currently did on their hair. So I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to join the 30-day hair growth challenge. I'm currently revamping that ebook material. It's a very helpful guide and it has helped hundreds of people so far. But I feel it is time for me to revamp the material because this is the material that I've pushed out since 2023 and it is time for a revamp. So I'm currently reworking that, and once I am done, I'm going to put it out there. It's going to be a little more advanced with a little more information, definitely helpful information. So far, I've not gotten a single bad review on this ebook and I'm very grateful for that. So once I'm done, I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to create a new group so that we can build a new community of people who want to grow their hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.